Well, good evening, good people. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to say thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Hope everybody's had a great Friday evening. I'm not home at my fire pit, so forgive me. But we just got finished with our live stream, and hmm, trying to figure out what's going on. I think that maybe all of this is negotiating. Okay, we've got Todd Archer saying, "Don't expect the Cowboys to sign Hopkins or trade for Judy or Odell." And I'm saying you see all kinds of stuff. And see, this is the 90% rule. 90% of what you get is bullshit. 10% is actually the real deal, and that's where the other 90 comes from, where you get a little bit of fact and then it gets blown up. It's kind of like if you've ever played that game where you have everybody's in a circle and you whisper something in one person's ear and they pass it on, and it starts out as something really simple, and by the time it goes around it changes and evolves and comes all kinds of different story. And that's what it's like with the season right now. I think the Cowboys really do want to add somebody. You hear the rumors that Jerry Jones loves Odell. In the same way he loved, I love that Johnny Manziel. Show me the money. I love some money. And you get the quarterback saying, "Show me some money." I love that too. But Jerry definitely seems to be all in on Odell. But Jerry was also, talking about how much, Zeke was, how important he was, and how, he is part of the family coming back. In the same way he said that about Des Bryant. But in the end, it's usually takes time, but it's Stephen Jones and Will McClay and so on. So for what we're hearing is Jerry wants Odell. The coaches want DeAndre Hopkins. The problem, what we're hearing is Stephen Jones doesn't want to give up more than a fourth round pick. He is trying to, Cap Boy is also Draft Boy. He doesn't want to give up anything for Hopkins. I'm okay giving up a third round pick because I look at it like this. You're not going to get a wide receiver in the draft that's going to come out here and be able to play well. I think back to Michael Gallup, his rookie year, who the first half of the season, he looked like a rookie that was lost. He didn't look Jalen Tolbert-ish, but he did not look like he was very, very comfortable. He got better as the season went on, but you still wasted half of the season. And the problem now is the Cowboys, I hope and pray that Michael Gallup is back to where he was before he had the ACL this year, but there's no guarantee that that's going to be the case. You still have to go ahead and say, we still need to add someone else. And herein lies the problem. Even with James Washington had only been in the league 3 years and had one decent year. The other two were kind of meh. Now you could say that, well, and actually I did say that part of that was because Big Ben was geriatric. But he couldn't stay healthy. Could not. He could never get healthy. And that was the problem for us, that we could never get him on the field. And so then you're relying on Noah Brown, who played good for what he is, but he is not a guy that's going to take you to the Super Bowl. Just not. And with Michael Gallup on one leg, we were destined to fail, especially after Tony Pollard got hurt. Now, I love what Tony can do, but Tony worries me that now that he's got that franchise tag on him and that Zeke's gone, we got to get somebody else in here to work with him, or we're going to run him in the ground and he's going to be useless. Unless the plan is we're going to run him in the ground with that franchise tag and let him go. It's kind of like what they did with DeMarco Murray. They ran him till the wheels fell off, and they said, "Thanks a lot. We appreciate you. Good luck in Philly." So maybe the Cowboys are just trying to be cool, not rush into it, and figure that they've got options with some of these quarterbacks. The NFL this year, for free agency, has been kind of quiet, been kind of light. And, you don't see the sense of urgency from teams this year. And maybe that's because of what happened to so many teams last year. Like, when you think about the Giants paying the big money for Galladay and things, and him literally not busting a grape. And looking at Russell Wilson being traded for it. Again, Russell Wilson was one of the worst quarterbacks this past year in the NFL. And so maybe teams are a little bit hesitant in saying, maybe let's try and be a little more frugal before we go ahead and burn all this money and end up having all this dead money later on. Because you don't see big money going anywhere this year. You just don't. Oh, boy. I hope this isn't a repeat of past years. I just can't. I just can't. If we don't do something at wide receiver, boy, we got to do something at wide receiver. We can't just say we're just going to draft somebody and say we got Michael Gallup and Jalen Tolbert and Dennis Houston and that's it with CD. That ain't enough. And I look at this season as an opportunity because Aaron Rodgers possibly going to the Jets. Tom Brady retired. I mean, Carolina's starting over. Atlanta's starting all over. I'm not sold on Derek Carr with New Orleans. That division is terrible. Daniel Jones and crew, we've owned them. The Eagles, they will take a step back some this year. They're trying to keep all their players as much as possible, but they will take a step back. The Commanders, San Francisco is going to be a problem. The Rams, Cardinals, Seattle, we'll see what they do this year. And then Packers, Bears, Lions, Kirk Cousins in Minnesota. You got a chance. You got a chance, Cowboys. But you got to, it's like the lottery. You got to enter to win. You got to enter to win. All right, good people. I am going to go to sleep. And hopefully in the morning I'll wake up. But remember, tell the people you love them. Because you might not get the chance again. And I love you guys. And God willing, I'll see you tomorrow. Peace.